It's up in the air with Cameron Hayworth. We're underway here at the Pavilion. Zoe Kwong early up to Anastasia Russ. The first kill comes from the 6'5" middle blocker. Play through the middles. No changes yet in that department for Maryland. Here's Hayworth behind. Goes to Schlegel. Too far long, and it goes as a kill for the Hoosiers. And Avery Tatum. I want to see Schnitta at the line too often. Here's Schnitta, her first serve of the game. Dug out easily up on the serve. Over again it goes to Tatum, but blocked back down by the freshman Shearer. So Maryland gets to 20. Indiana still up by 2. Hayworth over to Sell, puts it back into the court. Fourth service error for Indiana. Maryland's got 5. Hayward over to Alonzo Corsellis. All up in the middle, and it gets tied up there for the Terrapins, and that is how the first game will end. Dowler, give and go to Sire, middle, but Cameron Hayworth is ready. Here's Gary, sets back up for Tatum, blocked down by Sire.
So definitely Maryland, they have to find someone to get that momentum. Usually it's Schnitta, they have to find that way so that way they can swing momentum back in their direction.
And how much harder is that, Alexo, now into November, and those injuries starting to pile up, and you got no Sydney Bryant here tonight?
It's definitely tough. You're definitely not in a familiar rotation. You're not in a familiar spot. Schnitta's just playing on the outside sheer, right on the right side. Definitely not something that...
Lily Gunter's service on the near right side. Hayworth over to Alonzo Corsellis. Now here's Schnitta, perfect positioning, but an even better block that comes from Maddie Sell, and that great wall of Indiana goes up again. And Coach Adamu said she's still trying to find that right spot when it comes to the slide. And in position right there, and in position for the block was Maryland, just going out of bounds. So loves to see how the numbers work out. Aaron said it's more of a gut feeling when it's his team he's coaching. There's Hayworth over to Tatum, and that gut feeling says Avery Tatum can certainly play on the opposite side. Sire climbing up with 3 kills. Still set point for Indiana. Down to Maddie Sell. Terrapins trying to keep it in. Kwong gets off her feet and keeps it in for Maryland, but Katie Shear can only go under the net. Try and keep the ball alive for Maryland, who suffers the second set defeat. 25-21. Indiana claims each of our opening 2 sets in a position you're not familiar with.
It's very tough, but that's the importance of being able to play every position across the front row as a hitter, or at least being able to play 2 out of 3, because that's what makes you versatile.
Here's Delaney Maple. Serve goes off, and Dowler goes behind her back. Off 1 foot, Eva Rohrbach slams it back home. Rohrbach with the right arm swing, just finds its way in. Rohrbach gets her second service ace. Maryland keeps a serve receive on their side. Anastasia Russ has been flying everywhere so far. Gets another kill.
A little bit of quiet in the second set, and here she comes back in. Again, hitting those spots where she's most successful.
Vickers, how about the turn there that comes from the sophomore from Fishers, Indiana? We mentioned her name.
Wall they've been putting up, and that ball was just right in front of her.
Long, back over to Watson. They've got confidence in their senior for good reason as Ellie Watson picks up the kill.
She's able to get crafty with where she's able to put the ball.
Hayworth, back on the near side with Saris. Gary over to Tatum. She'll try to cross court. Squirrel dug out by Williams. Kept on Maryland's side, and Schnitta puts it back down. Hayworth over again to Saris. Nothing doing. Dowler goes to Rohrbach. Into Hayworth on the right side. It's with Tatum, and that's how the point will end. Junior takes a look up and comes with the right hand. Dowler over to Sire. She's been setting up shop at the opposite side at the other pin and get the point. That's going to be really tough for a defense to defend.
Yeah, 100%. When you're able to run all 3 options at any given point, it's really tough, and it forces blockers to stay disciplined. To be like, you know what, I'm going to put this ball down.
Gary serves it off. Dowler, far side to Schnitta, and finds it into the back line. From beach volleyball to indoor, Maple, a graduate transfer from USC Beach. Dowler, near side to Rohrbach, tries to find the middle. On it is Sell. Make way for Alonzo Candela. And back over with Sire. Sire blocks it into the court. And off the net it goes for the Indiana point, the final one in this match.